What's going on, everyone? Glad to see you again. I know you're excited about the new decade. 2020 is here. So it's time for us to elevate and go to a higher frequency. We're leaving the old thinking, the old ideals, the old paradigm back in last decade, and we're getting ready for the 2020s. Let's get it. Have you ever been on social media? Well, of course you have. That's a rhetorical question. But more specifically, have you found yourself on one of these platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram? It could be anything. It can even be YouTube. And you're seeing the videos, or you're seeing the pictures, or you're seeing the posts that people are displaying. And then sometimes we just have to admit, some of this stuff, man, is really not feeding me. It's really not doing anything for me. It's not making me a better person. And in that moment of clarity, we have to ask ourselves this one question: how is this adding value to my life? You see, in this new decade, as I mentioned before, our thinking, our mentality is changing. It's no longer about how many likes I can get. It's no longer about how many responses I can get. The focus is no longer just on the individual. This decade and moving forward, we're going to shift to the individual to the collective. You can no longer be focused on yourself. You have to start thinking about other people. How are you adding value to someone else's life? What are you doing today that's going to make someone more appreciative of just simply living and breathing? When someone is in your presence, how are you making them feel? Ask yourself this question: when was the last time you have done something for someone else? When was the last time you have added value to someone else's life? And I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about food, clothes, or giving someone a gift. I'm not talking about or referring to anything tangible. I'm speaking more specifically about adding substance to someone's life. When is the last time you put a smile on someone's face because you just simply smiled at them and you were pleasant? When was the last time you engaged in a sincere conversation with someone? Or better than that, when was the last time you just simply listened to someone talk because you recognized that that person really didn't need advice, really didn't want feedback? They just simply wanted to vent to someone and get everything off their chest. When was the last time you have shown someone that you simply cared, or that they have value in this world? In this decade and going forward, you're going to start seeing this. You're probably already noticing it right now. The cool thing to do, the cool person to be, is the caring person, the sincere person, the person who is not selfish, the team player, the person who is all in it for the greater good of everyone. The selfish person, the selfie person, the person who is always on social media bragging about how great their lives are, you're going to start to notice that that person will no longer be as relevant as they were in the previous decade. We are now shifting towards a collective consciousness. And when I refer to a collective consciousness, I'm not talking about everyone thinking alike and behaving the same way. No. Everyone is going to recognize that together as a team, we can accomplish anything. That only one person doesn't necessarily have to win. We can all be winners in this thing called life. You know that I'm all about happiness, freedom, and prosperity. However, when I say happiness, freedom, and prosperity, I'm not only talking about myself. My mission, my purpose in life is to see that everyone has happiness, freedom, and prosperity. And as we go into this new decade that we're now in, you're going to recognize that everyone is going to have this same vision. We all can win. We all can contribute. We all can be important. We all can be leaders in this thing called life. Instead of putting up that selfie that you took of yourself, I know it's a good picture, you worked on getting that angle just right. How about you put a group photo up of you and your friends? Or how about you put a photo up of your family? How about you go outside and take a beautiful scenic picture? It's not about you anymore. Those days are over with, I'm telling you. It's not here yet, but you're going to see it gradually. That if you're all about yourself, if you only care about how you're prospering, how you're getting forward, how you're getting ahead, you're going to get left behind. So you heard it here first. I'm here to help you. Putting others' needs ahead of yourself sometimes, that's pretty cool. That's going to be the cool thing to do in the 2020s. Making sure that everyone is having a good time, making sure everyone is winning, making sure that we all get into the bag, quote unquote. That's going to be the cool thing to do. Put your team on. Put your friends on. We're not competing anymore with one another. We're not trying to get the upper hand. We're not trying to stay ahead of your friend who's really not your friend. They're really your competitors. There's no more competitors in this new decade. The paradigm has shifted. It's no longer about me. It's no longer about I. It's about we and us. Because there's plenty of resources, there's plenty of love, there's plenty of happiness to go around for everyone. So, the next time you go on social media and you see someone promoting themselves, specifically they're promoting themselves but in a negative way, or in a way that's not really adding value to you or to everyone, keep scrolling. We're not putting the spotlight on ourselves anymore. We're putting the spotlight on everyone. Everyone is going to get a chance to shine this decade, and I'm excited about it. The train, the plane, the automobile, whatever, to happiness, freedom, and prosperity is definitely taking off this decade. But don't worry, because I saved you a seat right beside me. It's not about you anymore. It's not about me. It's about us. We're all going to win this decade. Add value to someone's life. Make someone smile. Make someone feel better by simply being in your presence. There's no better feeling in the world than making someone feel good by them just simply feeling your positive energy. This is You versus Life. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share if this resonated with you. And I'll see you next time.